Okay, this is gonna be a scientific enlightenment. Whatever number we're at, I think we're at 24. It's about the light inside a black hole, or what is gravity, or what is at the center of gravitation. If there's forces pulling into every which way, and there's a constant pull, and it affects time, and you know, there's a constant pull there, and it's going somewhere. Like the time and the force is going somewhere. So what's behind or inside that? So um, I think it's like an oscillating being, the same way that me and you have our internals, and we don't share them with our externals. You could think of something completely internal and completely independent of external reality, and there's no communication to your external. I think that the thing inside, first of all, I think that if you do that at high levels, it creates gravity, waves, and pull. And I also think that that concept of unshared oscillation, because ultimately it's like a pull and a talk with source. When you're thinking, you're pulling from like intangible source land, but you're also physically fluxing space-time, or I say riminating because in Italian that's the word that you use when you say like I'm mixing the sauce, but just by thinking alone you're doing that to space-time. There's a physical layer that separates your internal from your external, and it's your sphere's focus. It's focus. That layer can keep all your internal in if you want it, and legit segregate it from your external. And I believe that inside it's light. If the light or the consciousness or the pull of space-time with source and surroundingness, that force, what's the difference between gravity and a black hole then? Like, what's the difference between like unblack hole, yeah, and bounce. So the same thing that makes gravity, which is really everything, like even this, even like any mass has a sense its own gravitational pull. It's just mass, okay? So like if you would think of like going at the center of mass of anything, like going to the center of it, same concept as going to the center of the earth. You reach something and then you're at the, hypothetical center, but I don't know, it's not supposed to exist in terms of like a point. It can't really be like a defined point because it's just fucked up. But yeah, the answer to that is that this is like a incomplete image of reality that we call reality. It's just a evolved image that we've gone through by being alive beings on Earth for more than 3 billion years. This is what we have so far, but it's not really finished, or like the answer's not out. But so mass itself has the capability or the inherent ability of bending space-time and creating gravity. Oscillating mass, like humans or alive beings that could oscillate light and throw and push back thoughts and consciousness and spin reality or influence reality. They um, if that that inherent ability to already create gravity hoards, it creates a black hole. So I don't have an answer on this, to be very straight up. But this guy is kind of explaining it. Internal, external, and reality influence on time, and how a strong consciousness emitter can really have strong influence on surrounding space-time, and how if with Tesla's resonance of doom doom keep hitting it at the right time, it grows to obscene levels. And I think that there's a certain level of power there that if shared enlightenedly and enlightenedly would create anti-gravity, because like the being at the bottom of gravity, or the spiritual force, really just wants that kind of love or acceptance or acknowledgement. And so if I believe that if you have it's up to you to want to negate gravity and say like, it's okay, we don't need you anymore, because our consciousness is stronger than it. So I truly believe that believing alone that you could negate gravity negates gravity, but you have to actually believe it, and then go through the repercussions of the fact that you could negate gravity and what that would mean globally and so on and so forth. But if you ride it through, I'm pretty sure that happens.